you. Don't despair, little fella. Every party has its wallflower, and soon, you never know, you could be a butterfly. Cleaning up a little, huh, Charlie? Nathan's friend. He's not much for small talk, is he? Can I buy you a drink? Hey, hop along, get your tiny little stuffed paw off of my breast! If you keep this up, I'm gonna start making filthy pincushion jokes. Anyways, last time I went to LA, I got a leave of absence from the real estate office. They were, to quote Wayne Shakespeare, Seabury, pissed. And if I go back, I'll be further pissed, which could cost me, well, my job, my car, and Betty, my personal cosmetician. So, well, I guess what I'm really looking for is some rich cowboy who can support my shallow show business dreams. And then I saw you across this crowded saloon, and I thought, I wonder if that son of a bitch is lonesome in the saddle. All right, but just enough to fluff your stomach. Our dining room set's being reupholstered by that Bulgarian who can't pronounce his vowels. If it weren't for him, we'd have no chairs. Charlie, come here, sit down. Sure. Charlie, you don't have to get any more chairs now, okay? The party's kind of over, okay? He talks to you, huh? It's probably because you're a woman. Some guys are like that, particularly the short, pale type. We knew each other in high school. That explains it. He had this chum in high school, Burton Knickerbocker, ugliest adolescent you ever saw. His hair always stuck up like he'd been electrocuted, and he had eyelids the size of egg cups. I saw his picture in the paper a while back. He's the vice president at a bank. Oh, so you wrote him a letter? Right away. Dear Burton, I said, congratulations on your success. Embezzle if you have to, but please, do something about those eyelids. Sure, he appreciated it. You probably think I don't know that that little guy's just a puppet. You probably think I think he's a person. No. Well, not really. We've known each other a long time, Jennifer. You know, a lot of these people, they think I'm crazy. But I can tell a puppet from a person. Who couldn't do that? I know you're not crazy, Charlie. Maybe he's just shy. Him. Maybe he's just shy. I can understand that. I used to be shy. Remember when I was shy, Jennifer? I remember, Charlie. Maybe he's just shy. Still haven't heard anything? Not yet. Christ, what are they doing? It's been over an hour now. Ugh, if I sit here any longer, I'll turn into an inedible mushroom. And Wayne? Yeah, Charlie? I'm signing you up for a stress management seminar. You'll like it. You get to go out to this lake, hang out with a bunch of nervous career women with beady thighs. In the mornings, you play volleyball. In the afternoons, you talk about your unused potential. It could be just a trick. Gather you rosebuds while you can. My imagination is taking gloomier by the minute. By the way, that Nathan is quite the killjoy. Still down there shooting pool. Kept trying to get him to leave. He would say, that's okay, I'll just watch. And Mona invites him to play a game with her. God. If I wasn't so goddamn vibrant tonight, this would be the worst night of my life. Can I ask you a question? Here it comes. Sure. Is Mona a beatnik? Are you jealous? Yes. Hey, Bubbles, this is almost the worst night of my life, so do me a favor and quit busting my balls. Wait. You are not the smartest guy I've ever met. Or the most talented, or the most attractive, but underneath all those hair transplants on your chest, lies the heart of a fundamentally decent man, and there's something attractive about that. We should give you an award for ball busting. Give you a little hammer on a plaque. You want a drink? What are you trying to do? Wait, get me all drunk and wanton and seduce me on your polar bear rug? Do you remember when we did the Rainmaker together? Sure. You wouldn't have minded then. Hey, Bubbles, you were married then. To me, married women are like kryptonite to Superman. Just stay away. But you kind of still wouldn't have minded, right? You're an attractive woman, I'll admit. Hey, why'd you ever marry that guy anyway? He was really lightweight. He asked. That's it? Some guy just asks and you agree to marry him? Yes. Marriage. Such a contemptible institution. Starts out all sweetness and light, and then the next thing you know, it's like you're living with a dead person. You ever watch married couples in restaurants? The living dead. Hey, there's a lot you can learn about the living dead. You know, I went to the Park Museum once. They have mummies there. Mum's the word. Pillows, Charlie, now you're getting pillows. You're right, Jennifer. It's a bad idea. I'm gonna go wake the Hangitses next door. They'll let me borrow a chair or two. Hey, Charlie, use it on the chairs, huh? It's so we can't move in here. Don't blame the chairs, Wayne. It's your stress management crisis. In the evenings, you sit around barefoot with strangers, talk about crystals, pyramids, hair loss. You're feeling pretty philosophical tonight, Charlie. Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate your concern. I asked Mona to marry me last year. He did. We went on one of those whodunit mystery weekends. We were at a sleazy resort hotel in the Cape, and I don't know, I just asked her. I mean, God, Jennifer, it was such a bizarre weekend. All these people running around the hotel, everyone huddling in corners, trying to guess the murderer. I looked around and nobody seemed very happy, and I thought, well, I'm happy with Mona, so I asked her. What did she say? She burst into tears and said how intensely intense this all was. And she said no. We went on with the weekend, and it was fine, I guess, and then I just got my balls chopped off kind of way. We did it. We did what? The mystery weekend murder. Oh, this cheese wholesaler from Vermont sent everyone gift baskets of assorted Vermont cheeses. Just to have this murder poem attached. Get a life, Mr. Cheese. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go down there and physically separate them. I'll use a cue stick. Wayne, can I ask you a question? Seriously? Yeah? Do you still want to marry her? The truth? No, Wayne, lie to me. I enjoy that. No? Good for you. May I ask you something? Sure, but I don't promise not to laugh. I think the audience can tell it wasn't part of the show when I went through like that. The ultimate ball buster. Hi, this is Jennifer Collins. Is Peter in? Okay. Well, could you leave him a message for me, please? Okay, great. Can you tell him that I want to read for the pilot and that I'll make my plane reservations for Sunday and that the Sunset Marquee sounds great and Jennifer Collins. 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 Right, yes. I'll call when I land on Sunday. Right, I'm at 914-646-1104. Okay. Okay, great, and please thank him for me. Tell him that I'm really, really excited and I really appreciate him working it out. Okay. Okay, thank you. Bye. partner. I'm gonna be a starlet.
I've never played pool before. Never in my whole life. Can you believe it?
Yes.
Nathan told me he feels like a gangster. Like pool halls in the movies and stuff. And guess what? He got 3 strike ones in a row.
Maybe Nathan should go on the pro tour. Hello? Right, Irene. We're all still here. We're standing on tenterhooks. Standing on tenterhooks. It's a phrase. Right. Okay. Is she there now? Okay. Okay, I'll tell everybody. How's Dorothy? Right, okay. Okay, bye-bye. That was Irene. And? It's gonna be okay.
Was it a heart attack?
Irene's is his sister's with him now. He's gonna be fine.
Oh, it wasn't Wayne. We're standing on tenterhooks.
Yeah, it was a heart attack. He's in intensive care now, but the doctor said the damage was minimal. They're doing some tests and stuff.
What else, partner? Anything else?
Let's talk to the puppet, Nathan.
Sorry. Anything else?
They worked on him at the hospital and it took a while to stabilize, but he's gonna be okay. Ernie and Irene and Dorothy are coming back now.
That whole thing was intensely intense. I thought he was dead.
Me too. I mean, I didn't think he was dead when he was here, but I figured he'd be dead by the time he got there, given how long it took for him to get on his way in the first place.
Sorry, could you repeat that? I think I missed some of the verbs.
Jennifer, sometimes you make me want to... What's the point?
I make you want to what, Wayne? I'm standing on tenterhooks again. I can feel my arches starting to weaken.
You two always fight, don't you?
Jennifer doesn't fight. She takes cheap little pot shots and scrambles for cover.
There's a theory that people who always fight have a fantastic attraction for each other.
It's a ridiculous theory.
I think it's Freud or somebody.
Yeah, so it's Freud. Did Freud ever meet me?
No.
Well, there you have it.
I read a monograph recently that said that Freud was a misanthrope. I should get going. I have to drive up to Boston.
Well, you can stay for one more drink. Can't you even talk?
Follow me, Nathan. We can shoot pool and drink cheap gin and wear sequins and leave these two silly young kids alone.
Oh, sure. I see, sure. We don't mean to scare you guys away.
It's fine. They're just going down to the cellar to shoot pool.
Jennifer, I just want to tell you again how terrific you were tonight. And don't be discouraged because you're nowhere yet. The cream always rises. She's a nice girl, Wayne. Come on, Nathan.
It was nice to meet you, Mona.
You too, and Horace.
See you again next wagon train that passes here yonder.
We'll sit around the campfire and tell tall tales.
We'll put all the wagons in a circle and roast up some buffalo.
And sing songs till the campfire is
What is going on here?
Wayne, you're so impatient. Yeah, Wayne, we're just getting to the part where Horace rapes the women and children.
I hope you get your gums straightened out.
Yuck.
So long.
Come on, Nathan, before Wayne here shoots an arrow through your head. Pow, pow!
He's a sweet man.
He and his friend Horace are two of the greatest killjoys in the history of the planet.
One of the greatest killjoys. He and Horace are one.
One, two, whatever. They're both a pain in the ass.
Sometimes you seem so bitter.
I'm not. It's just I wanted to spend some time alone with you. We haven't seen each other in a long time. That's all.
We're alone now.
Drink or something?
We need to talk. After Boston.
Sure, let's talk. I knew a fellow once, skinny guy taken to skin rashes. He could stay quiet for 10, 11 hours at a time, never say a word.
Charlie, what do you mean? Where did you get more chairs?
The Hankinsons, lovely people. He's an industrial spy. She's a homemaker. Salt of the earth. The bastard has the neighborhood bugged. He does it through the rotary sprinklers. When they want to go on, I stay inside.
Look, I'm trying to have a little talk.
Oh, of course, yes. I'm on my way. Don't let me interrupt.
Thanks, Charlie.
About the skinny guy with the skin rashes. He became a priest. They say he can listen to confessions from 6 a.m. until midnight. You know, a lot of these priests watch daytime television to break up the routine. Not this guy. He had silence in his blood. They say you could confess that you just split your mother with an axe and he'd just nod.
He's taking his chair thing pretty seriously. My gums aren't really that bad. I could have found a periodontics in Philadelphia.
Thanks, man. Good to know.
What I mean is, I came here mostly to see you and only secondly to see the periodontist. I'm in love, Wayne. He's an art history professor I met at an Ozone rally. He's married with 2 teenage sons and his wife Portia knows all about us. They have an open marriage. She sees his chief petty officer. We even double dated once. It was double weird if you ask me. He got me to dye my hair. They're really interesting people, Wayne. They don't own a stove. They use a hot plate for everything. Guess what? They've learned to recycle 93% of everything they
I'm
use.
really lost here. I'm still trying to figure out who you got to dye your hair.
Franklin.
Right, and Franklin is who? The chief petty officer?
No, Franklin is my lover.
Right.
I know it sounds like kind of a mess, but really, Franklin is an exceptional person. So is Portia, and you'd probably like the boys too.
Yeah, too bad you didn't bring him along.
I told Franklin about you, about how you asked me to marry you. Franklin says it's probably best that I turned you down. He says, pain is like a Bavarian cheese tour. Always tastier if eaten before the squash. Is that a wild description? And you know how you said maybe you were too old for me? Franklin agreed.
Franklin is a regular goddamn Socrates. How old is he?
Your age? Well, I gotta go.
So how is he in bed?
I think he's good, but I only have you to compare him with. You and that rogue clarinetist I told you about.
What do you do? Keep the light up chart by the bed?
Remember how you always talk about just once wanting to be with a woman and not have to worry about, like, does your hair look okay, or do your socks have holes in them and stuff like that? Remember that? Somebody you could just watch a bad movie with, somebody who doesn't care if you're a good bowler or not, somebody you don't have to. You'll find your way. I know you will.
And I hate your hair.
I know. Everybody does. And Wayne, you were spectacular too. Oh. Goodbye.
Mona,
Yeah?
you were a jewel in my life. You made me feel young.
Goodbye.
So the mongoose is out the pen, huh?
What?
Let me give you a little piece of advice about women, Wayne. Save you a lot of grief in the long run.
Not now, Charlie.
A woman is like a clock. You can wind her up, you can read her. Sometimes you can even light her up in the dark, but deep down you really have no idea how those gears and springs make her tick.
That's pretty good, Charlie. You made that up?
It'll be all right, Wayne. Women break hearts all the time, and still, look around you. Cheers! Life goes on. Now, one word did he say to me, and don't tell me it's my imagination.
Excited? Oh, Nathan, I was ecstatic. I was already thinking about my wardrobe for the Emmys, already thinking about how in a few weeks I'd have my own parking spot. my own little table at the commissary, maybe even my own stupid custom designed trailer. All that stuff. So I read one more time, my third callback. But I didn't get it. What's that phrase? Close only counts in horseshoes, right, Wayne? Well, that's what I was. Close. So, I went outside, and it was one of those hazy LA days where everything felt so hot and artificial, and, I could see the Hollywood sign shimmering up in the hills. So I got out of my rented Plymouth and I went down to Lake Hollywood. Oh, Lake Hollywood is perfect. The goddamn thing's made out of concrete. I walked all around it, and all I could think of was, are there any fish in this lake? So I actually asked this guy, I went up to this, middle-aged, rundown-looking kind of guy, and I said, hi, excuse me, are there any fish in this lake? You know what he said to me? He said, this is Hollywood, lady. No fish except for the sharks, no bottom except for the slime, no prince except for the frogs. And then we both laughed.
How cynical.
Well, I left about 2 weeks later. I just didn't have the guts, It wasn't the talent, it was the guts. Oh, it's the return of Ernie, the stampeding seal. Please, Ernie, give it a rest.
Is it the truth? Tell me, am I lying or is it the truth?
It's the truth, Ernie.
Is that the way it happened or what, Dorothy?
I was right there.
Do you think maybe now you could stop acting like a total, complete, utter goon?
Only if you tell Wayne.
Tell me what?
Tell him.
Fine. God. This nurse at the hospital recognized Ernie. She saw him in a play.
Listen, Wayne, this is terrific. Tell it better, Avery. You tell it better.
I'll tell it. We were sitting in the waiting room and this nurse walked in.
And I mean Wayne. Stack it.
There's some crumbs on the floor, dear. Why don't you roll down and get them?
Stack-go, Wayno. Stack-go.
And she says to Ernie, didn't I see you in Arsenic and Old Lace? And it turns out she saw Ernie do Teddy when we did it a few years back.
4 years ago. Charge!
Right in that show.
And what did she say? Remember that?
I'll run to the car and get the cassette.
She said my Teddy Roosevelt is the finest comic performance she'd ever seen. Those were her exact words, Wayno, my boy.
That's nice. It's great to be recognized.
And Arsenic and Old Lace was 4 years ago. 4 years. Let's see some hotshot so-called professional leave that kind of impression. Let's just see that. How's Paul Cortland?
He's still in intensive care, but his vital signs look good. The nurse said he's really quite lucky. It wasn't that severe. His sister's with him now. He's conscious. Such a thoughtful man. Kept apologizing for ruining the party.
Guess what we did on the way back? We had this great idea.
You had this great idea, not us. Dorothy didn't even want to go. You had us as prisoners in the car.
We took a swing by Barbara Major's house, and get this. There were only 4 cars left. Her party was obviously a bomb.
Do we have to talk about all this?
I thought they'd be interested. And guess who one of the cars belongs to? Christine Bender. Christine PMS Bender. The woman majored in psychology, and she can't look at a goddamn earthworm without trying to get it to reveal some deep, dark, personal thing about itself.
Pisses me off. I told her once, Christine, you piss me off. She said she wasn't responsible for my unhappy childhood. Woman pisses me off.
I hate to admit it, but Ernie's right. She always gets people to play that public confessions game. It's grotesque.
It's probably what they're doing right now, sitting around playing that game.
Every party Christine Bender goes to, they end up playing that game.
Remember when Sam Crowther admitted to dressing up like his wife? That was kind of sad.
I know, she has abysmal taste.
Nathan, you ever play that game? Yes. Don't ever do it. Christine Bender, she's a real sicko.
It's a stupid game and a stupid subject.
It was at a party in North Plainfield, New Jersey. They never got to me, though. I left after Helen. She was my wife. I left after she told her turn.
Don't blame me, Nathan. That game gets personal sometimes.
She confessed she'd been having an affair for almost 4 years with a dishwasher repairman. It was an awful revelation, especially at a public gathering. I felt nauseous and humiliated. I didn't know what to say. Finally, I just blurted out the first thing that came to mind, and instead of being sympathetic, everybody laughed.
People laughed in a situation like that? What did you say?
Helen, from now on, we're using paper plates for everything. It was a thing to say.
Don't let it get you down, Nathan. Those things tend to run in cycles.
Not funny.
It's okay, Dorothy. I'm by it now. Anyway, I moved to the Y shortly thereafter.
What would you do if I had an affair, Ernie?
We'll kill you with a baseball bat.
Well,
I would.
this whole conversation makes me uncomfortable.
Okay, let's change the subject. I have to piss.
Make sure you put the papers down.
Ask Wayne. When a guy has to piss, a guy has to piss.
Maybe I shouldn't have told you people.
It's okay, Nathan. It was a long time ago.
It was in March. I let her keep everything, the house, the car, the furniture, the Hummels. You know those European knick-knacky things? I can't even look at a Hummel now without thinking of Helen. I've grown to hate knick-knacks. You should see my apartment, it's bare. I even put away the salt and pepper shakers when I'm not using them.
I'm awfully relieved about Polly. I have to admit, I thought the man was dead. That wouldn't have looked too good in the paper. Timberley Troopers, slave critic.
I'll tell you, I'm just glad to be out of the hospital. After that nurse recognized Ernie, you would have thought Bob Hope would come to entertain the troops. He's going from gurney to gurney telling jokes. I should keep the man on a leash.
Oh, nice to see you all. Welcome.
Charlie, is that a chair from the attic?
Oof, yes, and let me tell you, that place is a festering swamp of cobwebs and memories. Just make sure nobody sits on it.
You should get some sleep, honey. It's late.
There's a few more chairs up there. I'll be right back.
No, honey, no more chairs.
Remember that square dancing place we went to years ago? The one your aunt was involved in?
I remember. Aunt Catherine.
You people should have been there. Everybody looked like a farmer. It was out in this Grange Hall in the middle of nowhere. Dorothy wore a party dress. I wore my best three-piece suit.
It's true. We felt like idiots.
Remember that suit, Dorothy? The old gray three-piecer?
You always look dashing in that suit.
For 25 years I've loved this pretty lady, through thick and thin. Neither rain nor hail nor sleet nor dead of night kept us from our appointed rounds.
Oh, Charlie.
Hurricanes, monsoons, tidal waves, nothing could stop our love.
I pay him to say this kind of thing.
No, you don't, Dorothy.
If you want to pay me for something, pay me for doing the dishes. My hands are so chapped I can barely wave to strangers. Save the last do-si-do for me.
He thinks we're going square dancing.
Does he really think that?
Maybe. The doctor once said a very pretty thing. He said, Charlie's mind is like a kaleidoscope that you hold up to the light and keep turning. Every so often it gets stuck, and the pattern is so beautiful and clear. He also said the kaleidoscope will never stop turning. Well, enough about my mad, crazy husband. You know, nobody's eating very much. I'm going to be overwhelmed by leftovers.
Heard about leftovers? What are they?
I hope the son of a bitch dies! What? Fall forward, I hope the back dies and rots!
Hey, Ernie, that's pretty heavy stuff.
Oh yeah, listen to this.
What is that, Ernie?
Friday night, I attended a production of the Timberley Troopers, the city's oldest community theater. I scrupulously avoided the stirring and drag of amateur theater for over 8 years. Friday night, my reluctance and fear were given justification for another 8 years.
Where did you get that?
So we have reservations.
Too often, amateurs presume that their non-professional status is merely the consequence of the road not taken. However, it is not talent or desire, but rather need that makes one a professional. Without need, there is no risk. Without risk, there is no art. Amateurs are amateurs. Their efforts no more justify a serious review than what a nice stamp collection or a pleasant accumulation of cupies.
Stop it, Ernie.
Cut the shit, Ernie. This is truly crass.
What's the big deal? On Broadway, they get the reviews on opening night.
On Broadway, they didn't usually steal the goddamn thing out of an ambulance.
I didn't steal it in the ambulance. It was in his jacket upstairs. It fell on the floor. I was curious, so I picked it up. So big deal.
And what do you expect to tell him?
Hey, what does he know? As far as he's concerned, it could have dropped out anywhere. And I'll tell you, Irene, maybe you wouldn't be so quick to jump on me if you knew you weren't even mentioned. In a 4-character show and you weren't even mentioned. The son of a bitch thought you were invisible.
Please, Ernie, this is enough.
Hey, Dorothy, you think I enjoy this? Listen to what Polly had to say about me. Maybe you'll like it. Ernest Chilmark, playing the ubiquitous Undertaker, has about as much height as he does a vocal range. His performance is rotund without being joyful. Instead of seeing the twinkle in his eye, you were drawn to the Twinkie in his belly. It is a ponderous display.
That's cool, I gotta say it.
He liked Jennifer, though. Flash a little thigh and he thinks you're a star.
Don't start with me.
Hey, Ernie, this is getting a lot of hand.
As the playful Dunstan, Wayne Seabury is not only miscast, he is misconceived. His performance is ludicrously energetic. Indeed, if the play were not an alleged comedy, his antics would be hilarious.
So we have reservations, so what?
Yet somehow, in the midst of all this inanity, Jennifer Collins is a glowing light. In spite of the tawdry script and inept support, she manages to enthrall with her energy, style, and unswerving commitment to each comic moment. She is a joy.
Jesus, Ernie, you're killing me.
The only mystery is why such a talented actress would allow her special gift to erode in the presence of so much theatrical dross. It's no mystery to me. They threw her out of Hollywood.
Stop it, Ernie. Put that thing away and stop it.
Please, Ernie, you're getting everyone upset.
Upset? You don't know what upset is.
Go to bed! Stop getting these goddamn chairs and go to bed! I'm sorry, Mimi. I'm sorry I yelled. It's this whole thing with Polly and the... Forgive me?
It's the same old story since prehistory. Shoot the messenger. A guy gets chairs. Chairs go out of fashion. Suddenly the guy's to blame. The king tells the palace guard, off with his head. They hang the chair guy in the town square. Years pass, turn the page. Suddenly, chairs are back in vogue. Everybody says, where's the chair guy? Rotting in a box in the morgue. A footnote, an bin, an item, an obscene. Take out the cat. Your wish is my command, you little chickadee. Good night, baby. I'll take that now.
Yeah, Ernie, come on.
No, I'm keeping it. This review was never going to be in the paper. You think I'm going to work on Monday with this in the paper?
Ernie, give it to me.
We'll just tell him it got lost in the confusion. He's in no shape to be writing anything anyway. It'll just be forgotten. We won't get published. Nobody will think anything of it.
We'll think something of it.
This review is never going to be in the goddamn paper. Never!
Cut it out, Ernie. This has gone far enough.
What, are you telling me what to do now, Nathan?
It's just gone far enough.
Don't tell me what to do, Casper Milquetoast. Right, she's the one who needs telling.
Mrs. Bush, Ernie, stop it!
Ernie Chilmark, I've put up with this long enough. I want you out of my house. Now.
Come on, Ernie, this is too much.
Some fucking friends? You think I did something horrible here? You heard it. Paul Corden's a prick. It's too bad the bastard's still alive. Get your fucking hands off me! Jesus, Ernie! He made me. Wicked little bastard came at me. He made me.
Go on, Ernie, get out.
Ethan, are you okay?
Sure, fine. What about me, huh? What about me?
What about you? Okay, asshole, what about you?
Come on, Ernie, let's go home. That's right. You tell me what to do, Irene. Just like when you told me the reason everybody went to Barbara's party was because they were sick of being babbled at by a lunatic.
Cut the shit, Ernie, get out of here.
You gonna make me
Stop
wait?
this.
Just like when you told me you felt bad for Dorothy because her crazy husband's so goddamn pathetic.
You are a pig, Ernie. You act like a pig and you think like a pig. You're one of those ignorant, bigoted sloths who thinks a few moronic jokes covers up all that piggishness. But it doesn't. It doesn't even begin to. You spread selfishness and pettiness everywhere you go. And if you ever say another word about my Charlie in my presence, I will cut the heart out of your still breathing body.
She's like her husband. You all heard her. She's sick in the head.
I'll wait in the car.
No, I'm coming.
I'll be in the car.
Sorry about pushing you there, Nathan. It's in the heat of the moment, you know? The heat of the moment. So big fucking deal, I took the goddamn review. So big fucking deal. He made a mockery of us.
No, Ernie, you made a mockery of us, not him, you.
Get off your high fucking horse bubbles. Maybe everybody would find you such a pain in the ass. Wayne, why do you come with us? We'll go over to Barbara's. At least with Barbara and Fred, you're treated like a guest. At least there you're treated like a fucking guest!
Nothing like opening night for raw excitement. Sure was a mean review. Yeah, I don't think you liked us very much. I liked you. Oh, well, I flash a little moist thigh and men can't resist me.
I haven't had this much excitement in ages. There was a fire when I lived at the Y, but didn't amount to much.
Okay.
That's not what I meant.
I know what you meant, Nathan. I was just being a ball buster. It's pathological. Ask Wayne. It is. It's pathological. Can't help it.
What's the basket? Let's take it over to Barbara's. Where's Dorothy?
Still in there.
Please tell her I'm sorry. He thinks people at Barbara's will like the basket. Says it's a brilliant bit of comedic business. I better go be with him tonight.
Good night. Irene, it wasn't your fault.
I don't think Charlie's pathetic. I said it. But I didn't.
ever caught up in all this?
He doesn't seem like he'd be a very easy man to live with.
You know, I don't really mind that she took the basket. We were pretty much done with it anyway.
Yeah, it does take some of the fun out of the party, though. Arf.
You know, it's getting late. I should be getting home. I'll just go tell Dorothy.
Oh, no, Nathan, just let her be alone.
Oh, sure. I
We'll explain.
You know, out of all the people at the high school, Dorothy's the only one who's gone out of her way to make me feel included. I mean, everyone's been nice, but Dorothy's, you know, kind. She could see that I was a lonely man who needed new friends. It's peculiar to say, but I really had a very nice time tonight. I don't get out much.
No kidding.
Come on, Jennifer. He's trying to be serious.
Oh, it's okay, Wayne. It's pathological. You really do have great legs.
Nathan, you rascal! Shut your mind out with lie.
Wayne, I hope to see you again.
Me too.
You know what I'm going to do when I go home? Buy some knickknacks. I've deprived myself long enough. Life is short. Good night.
You know, he's a pretty sweet guy when you come right down to it. Share about his wife, though. I think that's gonna have a hell of a time getting laid.
Wait. You have a deep mind. I never thought about it like that, but you do. Your mind is deep.
You must have driven your husband crazy. Poor guy must have gone crazy.
The poor guy was too busy seducing waitresses in towns like Bridgeport to be driven crazy. He wore so much plaid, I had to wash him down with Scotch Guard twice a week. He owned so many air fresheners, I had to do hourly pollen counts. And so forth, drum roll, etc.
Think we should check on Dorothy?
She'll be out.
Rhoda's gone.
Did she ask her to project or take the car?
He's with some new guy in Philadelphia. He's younger. It's probably best.
Probably.
You know, maybe if I had gone through the window tonight, he would have liked me better. Maybe not. Last year, this friend of mine got me this audition for a cruise ship. They were looking for a new singer for their lounge. So I went. I mean, I would have dropped the instant printing business in a second. Got up there, and I did my song, and a guy all alone out there in the darkness said, "Thanks, sport, we'll give you a call." I wanted it so bad I practically begged the guy to tell me right there on the spot. And you know what he said? He said, "Sport, if we hired you, we'd have to put on extra lifeboats." He kind of laughed. Sang Moon River. Halfway through, I was so nervous I had to hum some of it because I forgot the words.
And he didn't give you the part? That bastard.
Guess I should be taking it home. I'll get someone to look at your car in the morning. I don't believe it. Nathan forgot Forrest.
Don't wake him. Let's start talking about putting Multi Morax again.
It's kind of cute.
Hey, Wayne. I have an idea.
Yeah.
When you drop me off tonight, why don't you come up? We can have embarrassing, tawdry sex.
With you.
I'm clean, Wayne. I carry a certificate. Plus, my bedroom has mirrors everywhere.
You're so funny after.
You know we would. Of course we would. That's what sex is for. To do that.
Can I ask you something?
Now it's got that goddamn window exit again.
Are you serious or are you busting? Sometimes I can't tell.
Sometimes I can tell either.
Well, I've cleaned the counters about 400 times and scrubbed the vegetable bins twice each, and I figured it was about time to stop trying to clean things up.
Nathan just left. Forgot Boris.
Poor Nathan. I don't know what he must think of me.
But he had a really nice time.
He doesn't get out much.
No kidding.
I feel badly about Ernie. He's always been a friend.
Work itself out.
It'll never be the same. We might mutually pretend it's the same, but we'll know.
Like, we're gonna hit the road. It's been a long night, and I still have to give Jennifer a ride home.
What Wayne is trying to say is that the two of us naming together is not to be misconstrued as a menage a trois, except I am planning on using all of my feminine wiles to seduce this acrylic Adonis.
She hasn't got a chance.
I don't know, Wayne. She's pretty wily.
Not one chance in a million.
Well, why don't you two lovebirds?
Maybe I'm free.
Why don't you give Jennifer a ride home where she lives all alone and will probably need help getting up all those dark stairs?
She lives on the first floor.
My sex toys maybe could use my inflatables.
Unfeasible. Well, thanks for everything, Dorothy. And you were in the right. Ernie had it coming.
Maybe, Wayne. Maybe.
Get some sleep.
If the mistress of Wayne Seaver, I'd be called a she-bird.
The ultimate world-class championship ball buster.
Did you call him?
Yeah.
And you're going?
Yep.
You're gonna be a star, and Charlie and I will stay in your mansion.
Of course, you can have the guest room after Warren Beatty moves his stuff out. Oh, good night. I'll talk to you tomorrow after I call Peter. Getting pretty nippy out there. Before you know it, it'll be snowblower season again. It's okay to be shy. Shy people have feelings too, they just keep them inside. I identify with shy people. Of course, if you overdo it, they'll start to hate your guts.
I thought I heard chattering out here. What's the matter, baby? You couldn't sleep?
Not a wink. Jack Frost is bivouacked in my bed.
I'll get some extra blankets.
You threw a real nice affair. I had a splendid time.
Thank you, Charlie.
It's nice to have a little boy in the house again, isn't it?
He's not a little boy, baby. He's a puppet.
I know that. You think I was born yesterday?
Why don't you go on up to bed? I'll make us some instant hot chocolate and we can watch a late night movie. I think that sounds adventurous.
Unless it's a beach movie. I hate beach movies. People don't talk right when they're in bathing suits. The esophagus can't relax. Fact.
I agree. No beach movies. Go on up.
We put some of those little marshmallows in mine. You know the ones that float?
The floating kind. Sure.
He worries me.
Who worries you?
This little guy. He's so quiet.
Well, it just has lots of secrets.
You know when Chipmunk got quiet, I used to say, "Cat got your tongue?" He always laughed at that.
I remember, honey.
He was a lovely little boy.
I know.
Cat got your tongue? And he laughed.
I remember.
You know when he died, I wrote God a letter. Said, "Dear God, who the fuck do you think you are?" Signed Charlie. I felt bad using profane language with God, but it hurt so much.
He understood, Charlie.
The hell he did. He wrote me back, "Dear Charlie, who the fuck do you think you are?"
Packed out your tongue?